Hey guys, and I'm going to start off this video by saying I'm already sorry for my voice. It sounds terrible, and that's because my allergies have been out of control lately. So, I just took some allergy medicine like 2 minutes ago, and I'm hoping that maybe during the course of this video I'll stop sounding like I have nasal issues, but it's probably not going to happen. So, as a lot of you know, because I've shared this link a lot, but not on my YouTube, I have been trying to prepare for the To Write Love on Her Arms Run For It 5K, which is technically today, which is Saturday, but I'm actually doing my run tomorrow because I had work today. So, it is, if you're running in your hometown and doing the virtual 5K, which is you buy your bundle online, and, you would have already bought it by now, but, like, you would just pick a 3K route in your hometown, and you'd run that. And then you have sponsors. If you decided to create a fundraising page, which I did, it's After Midnight is the title. I've been sharing it on my Facebook a lot. And then you get people to obviously sponsor you. And it just helps to donate a lot of extra money and really put the word out there more for this foundation, which I support so much, and also for the run. I'm trying to keep this video short, but it might run a little bit long. I've been promising I would do a My Story video since I signed up for the run. I'm sorry if I'm out of breath again. Can't really breathe. So, but I didn't really get to it until tonight. So sorry, but this is my story, and I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. But yeah. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to condense it down to make it short for this video, but so it goes. So the reason why I decided to, one, support T. Wallace so much, which is To Write Love on Her Arms, I say T. Wall a lot to make it short. Number two, support T. Wall and also run is because I've missed the last 2 years, and I was actually able to do it this weekend, like Sunday. So I wanted to really do it this year. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this year is because now I'm 23, and I feel like I've come really, really far. And a large part of that is because of the support I've gotten from people, friends and family, and also foundations like To Write Love on Her Arms. So the reason, my story, it starts out a long, long time ago, before a lot of people really would think that mental health, illness, issues, things like that could even be an issue. My first realization that I had problems, or that something just wasn't normal with me, was actually when I was 7 years old. And I was really sad all the time. I didn't know why. I just felt very alone. And I had a really sweet, awesome family. I had my brother, my aunt, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother. It was like my mom, or our mom. So I always refer to her as mom. Future references, that's who my mom is. Anyway, so I had a good family. I just was always sad and felt like I was by myself. So my first thoughts when I was 7 is I really thought about hanging myself. But I wasn't great at figuring that out at that age, obviously, which is good. But it was like my first real thoughts of suicide was probably back then. I was just so sad all the time, and I didn't want to be, and I didn't know how to change it, so that was the first time I thought about it. After that, I think it just slowly came out of my shell as I got a little bit older, kind of. I got happier. I had some really good memories between that age and the age around 9. Then, life happens, things changed, some negative experiences came about, and I started to get really depressed again and just not know how to deal with it. When I was about 11, I had a doctor's appointment, and I had gained weight. Trying to get older, starting to hit, puberty and all that awkward stuff, and I started to gain weight. And I was really upset because I'd look around at all my friends and all the people I know, the girls, and a lot of them were really small, and I was a little bit bigger. Never obese, but just bigger. And I was like, I really want to be like a twig. I want to be super skinny. How do I fix this? I want to be small. So I just started doing everything I could think of. I tried a bunch of diets. And this was like 11 to 13. I tried a bunch of diets. I tried starving myself. I tried purging. Of course, I ended up basically being bulimic at one point. And when I finally realized it was just kind of like not healthy and I wasn't feeling good from doing that, I tried to like talk to my family about it a little bit. And I think it had a reverse effect kind of. When I actually came out and talked about it, it actually made me feel way depressed because I think I felt like I couldn't do it anymore if I was being honest about it. So I actually started seeping into really deep depression. And so that lasted from about, I don't know, like age 13-ish to on and off throughout my entire life, including now. But especially right there between 13 and 15, I would say. At the beginning of the year, I turned 15, I started to come out of it a little bit, because a lot of things had happened besides that, like more negative life experiences. My grandmother had passed away, a lot of things had happened, so it was kind of hard to, like, move on from that, but I was trying. So, aside from that, 15 was getting better, I was getting happier, and, you know, starting to like figure out what I wanted to do in life, and I got really into music, and that's just kind of always been one of my constant things that stayed with me. I started designing clothes, like things like that. I started really getting into things I wanted to do in the beginning of high school. And of course my mom got really, really sick, and she got really, really bad. I mean, she was pretty older, I should say, not really old, it's not nice to say that, but like she's in her 80s when she really started to go downhill. Because of the things that had happened earlier on in my earlier years and teenage years, I got really scared that if she passed away, like, I would be taken away, and we'd be all split up, and we didn't know what we were going to do. So, I started having really negative thoughts of, like self-injury. I hadn't done anything like that really yet, not in an official way. I'd scratched myself a few times, but not, like, full-on self-harm. So when she officially, we decided to make the call to get her help. It was the first time I self-harmed was that night. And that was when I was 15. And it basically had been on and off in my life since then. So about 8 years, I guess. And it just got worse from there. Like, she passed away 3 months after she really got taken to the hospital. So when she passed away, I was like, my brain got injured. Like, I remember nothing from the day I found out she passed away. Like, that, a couple hours after I found out, like, my brain just shut off. I, like, don't remember anything. I remember the funeral, obviously. I remember the memorial service and all that. It was just a very dark time, and that just kind of springboarded everything. From that point on, I was, like, on and off with the bulimia and self-harm for a long time. Like, probably 3 years. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And, you know, trying to have relationships and stuff, not knowing how to handle anything. I'd be good for a while, like maybe almost a year, but not quite, and maybe a couple months, but not quite. My first severe suicide attempt was a year after she passed away, like right after the anniversary of her passing. And I was like a really bad day anyway. I was just angry, and I just self-harmed very severely, and that was almost a wake-up call because it was so bad, and I was like 17 at the time. I decided to talk to a counselor, and I started slowly getting a little bit better, but still self-harming. Gonna fast forward a bit to like 2 years later, I got my first job, and that's kind of when I really, really started to make a positive turn, because I was working with kids, and it really helped me to kind of not think about things so much, and kind of be happier, and they cheered me up. Like, they were really positive energy for me and to me and everything, and so that made a big difference. And I stayed doing that for 3 years, and I did on and off. I had my issues during that time, but like, it helped a lot. And then, of course, in personal life, relationships and stuff, I never really knew how to handle them when they ended or ended badly, or friendships, relationships with, you know, other people, however you want to put it. I never knew how to handle them when they ended badly, so I'd go right back to my bad habits. Of course, when I got older, I just tossed in a few more bad habits. But I really got more into to write Love on Her Arms and other charities like Safe Alternatives and the Ellie Project when I got a little bit older in the past like 3 years or so, because I really wanted to learn how to handle my emotions without doing those things that were so bad. So I started getting into them and figuring out what they were and what they were about, and they were so helpful, and everyone was so nice, and just, it was such a great support system that I was like, I'm not alone in this. Like, I'm not the only person who does this and reacts this way to things. Like, I had no idea. Like, from having, like, self-harm mentalities and tendencies and, you know, the post-traumatic stress from mom passing away and all of those things, learning what they were and why they were and how they were and all that, and like that this is real and this is affecting you and this is why it's affecting you. It was just like, oh my god, like this exists. I'm not like a freak, like I'm not a psycho. Like it was just so great to like know that and know that people have made it out to this point in their lives. So yeah, this is a super long video, but I just wanted to make this because the turning point of being 23 is I never thought I'd make it to 16 because of my early on depression. When that happened and all that stuff happened with mom passing away, I never thought I'd see 18, never thought I'd see 21, and certainly didn't think I'd see 23. I couldn't imagine life at 23. So I just wanted to make this video for everyone who doesn't know that there is life after whatever you're going through. I just want you to know that there definitely is life after what you're going through. A lot of people have gone through it already, and a lot of us haven't made it, but a lot of us have, and if you're one of those people who's right on that verge, and you're not sure, just keep holding on. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I've had so many dark nights, I can't even begin to tell you how bad, but, you know, recovery is there, and help is there, and one of my favorite quotes is from a shirt that's actually on Tiwala.com. You can go on there and get like t-shirts and find help and support and all these great things, and it's just, you know, you will need other people, you will need coffee shops and all of these things, and it's so true. One of the main things that you don't think right away when you're going through the worst of it sometimes is you really do need other people, but not just anyone. You need real people, real friends who are going to be there for you, and that you can go through all of these things, and you can have your bad days. I have so many bad days still, but I have more good days than bad days. And that's what matters, you know, like that you do consistently keep trying to get better. That's what's going to make the difference in your life. That you just keep trying, and life is a constant struggle. You have to try from start to finish. You can't give up. And I know that now. I didn't know that always, but I know that now, and I know that it's definitely worth hanging in there for. And you don't think about all of the people that you're leaving behind if you give up too soon. I lost a really good friend this year because of that, and it was a great reminder that, you know, that could have been me at one point. That could have easily been me. It was almost me, more than once. And I just think now about my family and my brother and now my boyfriend. Like, what if that would have been me? I never would have met him, or, you know, things like that. Or can't imagine after all we'd been through as a family, losing me too, and the effect it would have had on the little bit of family I have left. Like, I regret ever being that low, but at the same time I don't, because I made it out of that. I made it past that, and I was able to now be here for other people. Like, I have my bad days too, and we all are there for each other. But that being said, I'm so happy that I went through all that, and I can kind of like be a voice for other people, and which is why I'm running tomorrow. It's such a great public way to be there for so many people and spread it in such a wide way, and like let so many people know that still don't know that there is help, and this is real, and you can get help, and you can make it through all these things that you're going through right now. So sorry for this super long video, and sorry for my like duck voice, but I just wanted to make this because I promised that I would, and just really wanted to say, you know, there are people here for you and with you, and who have been through this situation so many times and so many different ways. Sometimes worse, sometimes not as bad, but the point is we all understand each other, and we all need each other, and not to get caught up in these little trivial things that are so like not important, because there's a lot more important things in life than just the little things that really aren't a big deal. You'll need people, you'll need family, and more importantly, you'll need hope, and you'll need strength to get through it. But you can get through it. So I just wanted to make this video. Sorry again, it's super long. I'm going to post this on my Facebook and probably on YouTube too, and probably on my classy.org. It probably won't be in effect after tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure which. But I love all you guys. I love you so much, and I just want the best for you, and I want positive things for you. And again, just start at tourightloveonherarms.com if you want a place to look for help and for understanding. There's amazing, amazing people with that company, and I'm just proud to support it. I'm proud to be able to spread the word. So thank you guys for watching this, and have a great one. Until next time, I guess.